my name is PDileo. I worked with Dr. Ellis as my mentor. I've chosen to do my senior seminar on fiddler crabs and how the cheliped size, which is their claw, will influence altruistic decisions when it comes to neighbors. The fiddler crab belongs to the genus Uca and the species Pugulator. They have a unique social behavior in that the fiddler crabs, both male and female, all live within the same territory, and they each have their own burrow. Also unique to the fiddler crabs, the males only, is that they have sexual dimorphism, where they have one major and one minor claw. The minor claw is for feeding, and the major claw is used for fighting and also for signaling for mates. Something else that's pretty unique to the fiddler crabs is neighbor coalitions. They will help neighbors in fights in order to defend territories, and they also stay pretty true to their neighbors in order to stick within their territory and not have to redefine new territories. So several fiddler crabs live within the same territory. It's estimated that they're usually about 15 centimeters apart, the burrows. I'm going to be naming in my study 2 burrows as neighboring burrows, and the larger of the fiddler crabs, based on the cheliped size, will be called the alpha crab, and the smaller fiddler crab, based on cheliped size, will be called the beta crab. And typically it's not uncommon for the alpha crab to help his smaller beta crab neighbor defend a territory because it's advantageous to the alpha crab, because if his neighbor were to lose in a dispute, then he would have to build a new territory with this intruder and possibly lose mates. The overall purpose of the study is to determine if the intruder size will affect the alpha crab's altruism to his neighbor. And here I'm going to be doing 3 different predictions. One where the intruder is larger than the alpha crab. One where the intruder is smaller than the alpha crab. And one where the intruder is of equal size to the alpha crab. My methods and timeline. Shown here I have the alpha and beta crab circles. These are their burrows. And I've marked it where they're about 15 centimeters apart. I've also shown here the intruder that I will be tethering to a stick with monofilament string and glue. I'm going to be tethering it about 10 centimeters from the beta crab's burrow. The alpha and beta crab's burrows will be as they are in nature. The only thing I'm influencing is the intruding crab. My timeline here is basically the end of this year. I'm going to be setting up and testing my predictions, and then hopefully by 2013, the beginning, I'm going to be putting all my prediction tests together and setting up graphs and analysis. My materials and budget basically just have security cameras to watch the crabs and the super glue and string to tether the smaller crab. My conclusions are based on my 1, 2, and 3 predictions. My first prediction, if the intruder is going to be larger than the alpha crab, I believe the alpha crab is going to assess the situation and realize that it's not in his favor and he may lose this battle, and he's going to leave the neighbor to fend for himself. My second prediction, if the intruder is smaller than the alpha crab, I believe the alpha crab can assess the situation and prove that there's really no contest, and he'll help his neighbor crab. My third prediction, if the intruder is of equal size to the alpha crab, I think that the results will vary. And the trials based on the third prediction are going to be the most value. And the reason it's going to be the most valuable is because depending on the third trial, if the trials are all the same and they show the same results, I think it's going to be hardwiring by evolution. That's the prediction there. And if the results are varied and random, I believe that there's going to be a reasoning ability based on appraisal of the fiddler crab. Any questions?